Riso called me a few minutes ago and said you were here. With that creep.
Excuse me?
Her voice sharpening had nothing to do with the fact that she highly doubted the diplomatic club owner had used those terms. Riso was more the type to say, she's with someone who might cause the dancing to cease, which would have been Riso's idea of hell.
Riso can't risk tossing Tertian to the curb. He implied the prick was being handsy and you needed backup.
A purely predatory gleam entered her brother's eyes.
Don't you know what Tertian's father does?
She grinned and knew it didn't reach her eyes. None of her smiles did these days.
I do.
Rune shook his head in disgust. Bryce leaned forward to grab her drink, each movement controlled, if only to keep from taking the water and throwing it in his face.
Shouldn't you be home? It's a weekday. You've got work in 6 hours.
Thanks, Mom.
But getting home and taking off her bra did sound fantastic. She'd been up before dawn again, sweat-soaked and breathless, and the day hadn't improved from there. Maybe she'd be exhausted enough tonight to actually sleep. Rune made no move to leave.
Let's hear it then.
There had to be another reason why Rune had bothered to come. There always was, considering who had sired them. Rune sipped from his drink.
The Autumn King wants you to lie low. The summit meeting is in just over a month, and he wants any loose cannons tied down.
What does the summit meeting have to do with me?
They occurred every 10 years. A gathering of Valbara's ruling powers to debate whatever issues or policies the Asteri ordered them to deal with. Each territory in the Republic held its own summit meeting on a rotating schedule, so that one occurred in the world each year, and Bryce had paid attention to exactly 0 of them.
The Autumn King wants everyone associated with the Fae on their best behavior. Rumor says the Asteri are sending over some of their favored commanders, and he wants us all looking like good, obedient subjects. Honestly, I don't fucking care, Bryce. I was just ordered to tell you not to get into trouble until the meeting's over.
You mean, don't do anything embarrassing?
Basically.
He drank again.
And look, beyond that, shit always gets intense around the summit meetings, so be careful, okay? People come out of the woodwork to make their agendas known. Be on your guard.
I didn't know Daddy bothered to care about my safety.
He never had before.
He doesn't.
Rune's lips thinned, the silver hoop through the bottom one shifting with the movement.
But I'll make him care about it.
She considered the rage in his blue eyes. It wasn't directed at her. Rune hadn't yet fallen in line then. Hadn't bought into his chosen one greatness. She took another sip of water.
Since when does he listen to you?
Bryce, just stay out of trouble, on all fronts. For whatever reason, this summit is important to him. He's been on edge about it, beyond the whole everyone needing to behave themselves bullcrap. I haven't seen him this riled since 2 years ago.